It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He's been guided by his field vision all season and has seen his way to 5th in the league in rushing. It's the Ravens and the Rams, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here are the key inactives for this one, Charles. And as you get towards the latter stages of the season, you hope that this is a clean graphic with no names, but that's hard to do in the NFL.
Yeah, there's almost no way you think it's going to be like that. It's just a matter of what names are on the list and how you prepare to play without them. Everyone wants to finish strong. Well, the only way to do it, forget the inactive list and focus on the guys who are going to take the field.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Taylor.
Open man, there's Darnell Washington.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Now Taylor on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Ravens hit 9-3 here on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 40-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
22 needle.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Ravens first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Escaping the pressure right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Ernest Jones, the linebacker.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Left side, he's got Robinson. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here now, a third down and 8.
Buffalo 18.
Taylor. A dump down to McKinnon. Touchdown! Jarek McKinnon. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Setting to throw on first down is Tua to Mixon on the check down. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken on the 25. And running with power here. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Taylor on 3rd down throws incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. 4th down. Here's Taylor. And he'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Ravens 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Adafe always so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. That's complete to Robinson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Sly able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Tua. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Play action, it's Taylor. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. This one completes out at Pierce. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Olave motioning to the left. Now Taylor. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive ends right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Pick up a 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's Taylor. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Robinson will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressive. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Tua, a final shot before half. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And that game has gone to halftime with the visiting Texans out on top. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Russell Wilson.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They go play action with Taylor. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Play action, now Taylor. And he's got Pierce. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tyrod Taylor. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is down to 24. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This 2nd and 4. Robinson with another carry. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
On 3rd down, Robinson
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust for the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look. Side.
Okay,
So
ready?
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That's out wide for Palmer.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here we go.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Smash, red.
To throw is DTR. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Striker, 3, 3.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Thompson Robinson. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Chris Olave with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Looking to pass. Tua. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Isaiah Simmons coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. That is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Is a turnover on down.
Spike 60. Slide through.
Thompson Robinson to throw on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alec Pierce from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter and the QB. Easy. How about love this guy. Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Listen up. East right, snug. Hey, time out two. Time out two. Time out two.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That pass complete to Moore. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Micah Parsons drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Thompson Robinson off of play action. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
97.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
10 cycles.
The DTR going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Red cycle. White. Black shot.
Thompson Robinson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game,
They've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Play action. Now Thompson Robinson.
Out to his left. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Whoa! It still won't go down.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Yeah. 20 TX. Turbo 1. 21G.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken right around the 44. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a 2nd and 10. Thompson Robinson keeps it running left. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Quick throw to Olave. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. And quickly, they get to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Yellow. Green jack.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there's a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Cohen lost the football. So a teammate. There, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Baltimore, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Rams, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Why are you doing this to me, Madden? Come on, EA. Ronnie 2K. You filthy animal.